Alright, we're going to be making some creamy cheeseburger soup. We're going to be using about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of ground beef, or you can use ground turkey. Onion, I always like yellow onion. You guys know that. I'm adding 2 jalapenos. You do not have to do that. We're going to be adding some celery, some baby carrots. I prefer to use shredded, but this is what I have. Potatoes, basil, seasoning, Italian seasoning. If you don't have Italian seasoning, use parsley. That's what the original recipes call for. I like Italian seasoning. You can use fresh minced garlic or the stuff already done for you. Sour cream, chicken stock, or a beef stock, vegetable stock, that's all fine. Some mild cheddar cheese. You can use Velveeta as well. And some whole milk. Let's get started. All right, what I've got is butter and canola oil that is warm. I've got all my carrots, celery, and onion. I've got 1 yellow onion, about small, about 1 cup of celery, and about 1 cup of carrots. We're gonna put these in. And I've added my 2 jalapenos, and we're gonna let this saute for about 10 minutes. We're not caramelizing anything. We're just gonna let it do its thing. I am going to go ahead, and add in 5 cloves of garlic to this. It smells delicious. We're gonna let these saute for 10, and then we're going to put in the raw hamburger or your raw turkey, ground turkey, whatever you're using. I got my ground beef in here. This has been going for about 10 minutes. So we're gonna just, crumble this up and let it keep cooking until it's done. I've got 1 teaspoon of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and I did not do them level. They actually weren't heaping, but they weren't level. You can salt and pepper here as well. I'm not using salt and pepper right now. I have diced up about 6 small to medium red potatoes. The recipe that I used to follow back in the day called for 4 cups. I don't like to be over potatoed, and I don't like to have really, really big chunks. I want some potato on my spoon. I want some meat, some carrot. I want room, so I do dice them a little small. Dice at your family's preference. We're going to put our potatoes in. And it calls for 24 ounces of chicken broth. I use 32. There we go. Stir and cover. We're not done, but we're gonna let this cook. I am using an electric range. I have it on 5, got a cover, got the timer set for 25, but I will come back and just see if it's boiling too hard. If it's boiling too hard, I'll put it on a 4. My stove is a little janky like that, but look. I wanted to show you guys after 15 minutes when I said I was gonna come check. I like the progress of the boil, so I'm gonna leave it on 5. We're good to go. We'll come back and check it again when it hits the 25-minute mark, but I checked it at 15. All right, and then before I start adding everything else, I check my potatoes. Look at that, they're ready. I check my carrots. Perfect. We're gonna go ahead and add our milk, sour cream, and cheese. I'm getting my butter prepared because we're gonna warm this 2 tablespoons of butter up. We're gonna add 1/4 cup of flour and cook it for about 3 to 5 minutes and add to the cheeseburger soup. I've added my 1.5 cups of milk. I'm gonna add 8 ounces of sour cream and 2 cups of mild cheddar. You can use any cheese that you like, including Velveeta. I always turn my soup down when I'm adding dairy. I just do. Because when we put the flour in, we're gonna bring it back to a boil and cook it. I don't wanna scald and make dairy nasty. So I did. I turned it down to a 3. No more boiling. I put everything in. I'm gonna let that cook while I work on my butter and flour. Look at that though. Yum. My butter's got a little boil to it. We're gonna put that 1/4 cup in. I am using a pan that I can use a fork in. If you have a little whisk, this is where I would use it. And we're gonna cook this for 3 to 5 minutes. Don't let it burn. This is only at a minute, and a lot of people will go ahead and throw this in their soup. Cook it for the 3 to 5 minutes, please. Get that flour taste gone. Not gone, but like cook it. It's gonna make a difference in the taste of your soup. Go ahead and add it in and stir and turn up to a boil and let it boil for 2 minutes. All right, we got a boil, but I want to show you just while it was trying to boil, look. It's doing its job. It's thickening it up. You can feel it. So I'm gonna give it a good stir. Ooh, sorry about that. All right, we're at 2 minutes, and the whole time I have been stirring. It's because I don't want the bottom to get thick and not the top. I don't want anything burning, so I've turned it down. And as soon as I see that it has stopped boiling, I'll put the top on. But I have turned it to low. Just want to show you here. It's doing a great job thickening. Looky there. See that thickness? Isn't that pretty? All right, we are trying our creamy chicken tortilla soup. I've added some avocado and some crumbs of my, tortilla chips, using what I have, and some fresh avocado. So good.